Welcome back, you guys. I hope you're excited for today's video because I am. I created this gorgeous look, if I do say so myself, with the Green Goddess collection from Bella Beauty Bar, and so far I'm loving it, but I cannot wait to show you guys how I came up with this, create another look with you, and hopefully you're into that because we're about to get started. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather, and I really do love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup, bold makeup, and indie brands. And if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe. Stick around. We have lots of fun videos coming up, and I love eyeshadow more than anything in the world, and when I saw this palette, I literally lost my mind. When I saw the cover, I knew it was going to be so good. And if you are new here, Bella Beauty Bar is one of my top favorite brands. I love their formula, their color stories, their overall theming and everything. I just think they're so stunning. So I did pick this collection up on my own. I do have a code with Bella Beauty Bar. It is affiliated, but it is AOML if you're interested in picking anything up. But I did pick this collection up myself, and I thought I bought the full collection, but I went to the site to look so I could give you guys pricing and stuff, and it looks like I did not buy the full collection, and I'm just realizing it. There are 4 pressed pigments that I did not buy that are freaking gorgeous, so I'm real sad about that. And there's another gloss that I did not buy, but you know, it is what it is. I'll give you all the details on everything and show you what I picked up. So to start out, we have the Green Goddess Magnetic Palette, and like I was saying a moment ago, this is so stunning. I love the neutrals with these like grungy, murky greens. I think it's truly just breathtaking. The pop of red, I feel like, really adds a lot to this palette as well, and I'm happy to have it. So this has 8 buttery mattes and 7 unique multichrome shimmers, and they are quite unique. There are some stunning shades in here. This is a really beautiful, like, neutral. It's either a multi or a duo. It's so stunning. It has like a sage green shift to it. It's giving like gold, pink, green. So I think that might be one of the multichromes. They don't really break down their details like that. But yeah, I think it's beautiful, and I can't wait to play with it again tomorrow. It's going to be so fun. Then we have one highlighter. So this is the Green Goddess Magnetic Highlighter, and this one retails for $25 US. Again, the packaging and artwork is really, really beautiful. Like, they always deliver when it comes to that, but this is magnetic as well. But I love the color of this. It's it's green, but it has like kind of like my liner, like Icebreaker. It has like a minty shift to it, and it's really beautiful. It does have a see-through base. I was kind of worried about that when I first saw it, but I mean, I think it delivers, honestly. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about is the Venus EUPHORIC Holo Liquid Eyeshadow. Now, I have another one of these. They released with the Vamp collection. These are awesome. I am glad that I didn't miss this one. This is stunning, and the thing I love about these, you have time to like move it around and everything, but they do dry down, and I really appreciate that. And you can like sheer it out, do like a glittery layer, or you can make it more opaque. They're just truly such a fabulous product. I'm excited to see like what more they come out with in their other collections that they release this year. I think it's going to be really fun. So the loose pigment that I grabbed is in the shade Green Wizard. This is a multichrome loose pigment. I wish they would like put more like descriptions with their stuff. Now, the way I like to use these though is with their glitter glue. It is one of my favorites. This is like my 3rd one, and I just started using them within the last 6 months. I really go through these, and there's a lot of product in this, but I do love that one a lot. but then I will get a little bit of the glue on my brush and then kind of tap into this and it sticks to the brush. That way you don't get fallout and it doesn't make a mess. But I have tons of these from Bella Beauty Bar and I love them. I think they're beautiful. As for the lip products, I picked up 2. Both of these retail for $22 US. The first one is in the shade Green Goddess. This is so stunning. It changes color depending on like what you put it on. I do use both of these in this look, and tomorrow I'll decide like which one I want to do with the second look, but I did want to try them both out. But I was shocked at the way it appeared on the lip. So the next one is in the shade Funhouse, and that's the one that I have on the lips today. It does have like a pretty like pink shift to it, and again that minty shift, but on my lips it's coming up like more green. Now this formula is very thin and nice. You cannot feel any particles in it whatsoever. If you're into like metallic looking lips, you would really love these. You can shear them out and make them just a little more like less metallic, more sparkly and like juicy and plump if that's what you're into. These do have a slight cooling effect as well, but it's like the minty kind. So like I said, I did miss the shade Carnival, which looks beautiful as well, along with the pressed pigments. I will have all of those products, this full collection, linked down below. My Bella Beauty Bar links are affiliated, so if you decide to shop from them, I do appreciate it. And all the looks, I mean, all the products that I use in both looks will all be down below. If anything is affiliated, it will always be marked with an asterisk, or it will say that it's affiliated. So just keep that in mind. But I hope you guys, even if you're not picking up this collection, I hope that these looks can give you some inspiration. Honestly, I really had fun with this look today. I wanted to do a neutral eye with a pop of color, and this palette really gave me that. I created a look similar to this once before, and I was super excited to have the opportunity to do it again, but I hope you guys enjoy them. So let's go ahead and move on to look number 1. So I wanted to tell you a little bit about what's already on my face because I am trying out some new stuff. The first thing is the ColourPop Tinted Foundation Balm. I bought mine in the shade Fair 4, which I think is a bit too light for me. I'm still not sure like how I feel about this and like how well it's sitting on my skin, so I'll have to update you on that. I also bought this gorgeous powder, and I'm gonna blame it on Angelica Nikivist because I saw her use it in a video and I was like, ooh, that looks beautiful. But it is my first product from Givenchy, and this is the Prisme Libre 4 color pressed powder, and I got mine in the shade 1, which is like the more pastel. This is like the most bougie packaging I have ever seen or held in my hands, but I do like this product a lot so far. I also picked up a bunch more of these bouncy blushes from Rare, and today I'm using the shade Worth, which is so pretty, and I am loving this formula so much. During the sale, I also snagged another Freck Beauty liner. This is in the shade 4, and that is what is on my lips right now. Anyways, let's get into the collection. I wanted to do the highlighter with you guys. So this is the Green Goddess highlighter, and she is beautiful, like beautiful. How is it gonna work as a highlighter on my very, very fair face? I don't know. We're gonna give it a try. Let me find a good highlighter brush. So let's use this one from Singe Beauty. We have the F07. And I'm just tapping that onto the side of the brush like she'd be picking up product. I'm gonna tap some of that off. Actually, I do want to set my face first. I like to do that and then go in with highlighter. I feel like it does help it melt in the skin a little more. So I'm gonna just use this one on my desk. It's the MAC Fix Plus. Okay, now let's do that again. And it disappears. So it does have that like see-through base. That's what I was kind of worried about, that it wouldn't, and it would look like really stripy. So when I have a colored highlighter like this, I like to apply it And then I'll go back in with a little bit of blush and just top it. I feel like it helps it like blend and mesh into the skin a little better. But you know, today I am trying to look like a green goddess, so I think this highlighter is going to be perfect, and it's perfect for this collection as well. And I love a green highlighter. I've really been enjoying the Ooze highlighter from Xander as well. Xander and Unearthly. And there's the highlighter after I added the blush and everything. I think that looks really cute. Just gonna re-intensify that on the high points, but I think that's beautiful. So these glosses are really pretty too. I kind of want to try them both. So we'll start the look out with this one in the shade Green Goddess. This is like so beautiful when I swatched it. Like, do you see that? Oh my God. It's the liner, it's pulling it this color, but when I swatch it out on my hand, it's like pink, green, gold. Like, honey, she is so pretty. I love it. I love it so much, but I do feel a slight cooling feeling as well. Like, it's not burning, it's more minty. I also do not feel any glitter particles or anything like that. It does feel like thin on the lips, which I appreciate that. I don't like thick or sticky products, not like too thick, you know what I mean? So now we're gonna dig into the palette, and you know what, I think this look might surprise you because I'm gonna do something a little different. Well, same like application technique, but a different combo than what I might typically go for, because I did one of these before and I really loved it so much that I want to recreate something similar, because I never did the look on camera, but everyone asked me to, so we're gonna do that today and it's gonna be fun. Okay, I want to start this out with this shade Wisdom, and I want to use the E06 from Singe, and I am just gonna press this in the crease like most of the way, 3/4. I like the undertone of this neutral. It's pulling a little green, and I think that's beautiful. I'm going to switch brushes over to the E03 because I do want to bring this up just a bit higher. I think this eye look is going to go really good with this dress that I'm wearing today, which makes me so excited. I always feel like neutrals are so much easier to work with. Like blend and stuff. Let me know your thoughts on that. It's probably because they really truly just easily blend out into like your skin tone and stuff, but I just think they're so much easier to work with. And I'm just going back and forth in between these brushes until I can get this raised the way I want and like really deepen up the crease situation. And if you notice, I always take it up a little higher than what my actual crease is, and that is to create the illusion that I have more lid space than I typically have, because by the time I put like the shimmer on, it's up higher, if that makes sense. I'm gonna do the same thing on the lower lash line, but with the E04 from Singe, and I just want to like deepen all this up. That has like the most beautiful like slight khaki tint to it. I love that color. Even though, you know, I'm a colorful girl always, but I do like a slight neutral look or a neutral look with a pop and those types of things a lot. So what do I want to do next? I think I'm going to do the E04 again, and we're going to dip into Goddess. And I just want to run this. Ooh, that's pigmented. I need a skinnier brush. I wasn't expecting that. I don't know why, because I am very familiar with their shadows. I don't know. And it's very deep, so that's on me. Like I said, the brain isn't working very well today. There we go. Then I'm just going to fix it using the E05 in that lighter shade that we used first. And I talked about this in one of my videos recently. I think it was the Gourmand Girls video. But I like to use my face powder to fix mistakes. So I'm going to go into this white. And I just want to blur this up on the edges of this so it's not down as far. Okay, I think that looks better. Now, taking the E06, I'm going to go back into that deep brown shade called Goddess. And I just want to pat this throughout the crease. That is dark. You guys know I'm in heaven. This color story really is beautiful, and it's something I feel like is really different. Not only for them, but just in general. It's not something I've seen or like that I don't have in my collection. You know what I mean? I just think it's stunning. I'm going to go back into Wisdom with the E08. And we're going to just blend out this deeper matte, because this got real smoky real fast. Okay, so I think that's good for that right now. So I'm going to take a makeup wipe and just wrap it around my finger because I have really pointy nails. If you try to recreate this, I suggest using a Q-tip or a makeup brush and some micellar water. That will work too, especially if you use like a flat packing brush. You can cut it out like that. Okay, so before I move on to adding some concealer to the lid, I do want to do the inner corner, and we are going to do a pop of Tranquil, and I'm really excited about this, you guys. I think it's going to be so pretty. So I'm just going to use this E06 to like really pack this on here, and I'm also going to take it down here in the inner corner as well. And I'm taking this kind of up and over. Like, she's bright, and you know I love these kinds of shades. I feel like if this was placed on a white base, it would be like even prettier. But for it not to be, I think that is like really bright and beautiful and out there. I accidentally took it a little too far over though. So we're gonna fix that. And that's better. Yeah, that really like brightens up the inner corner. But now I'm going to use a little bit of concealer. This one I picked up. It's from DANESSA MYRICKS. I like this formula, but I bought the wrong shade. I got shade number 5, which is too dark for me, but I can use it for my like self-tan shade. So I tried to pick up another one, and it has like undertones and stuff, so I tried to pick the right one. This one is like way too light for me. So, you know, maybe one day I'll get the one I actually want and need. But for now, this will be great for maybe mixing with the other one or situations like this where we cut the crease. So I'm going to use this packing brush from BH Cosmetics. I love this little thing. It doesn't have to be like completely even or cute. Like mine's messy, but it's okay because we're gonna cover that up anyways eventually. So now I want to go, I need another flat brush. Which one do I want to use? I'll clean off this one from BH Cosmetics. I want to go into the shade here, and it's so like bold even though it's dark. It's so stunning. And I want to press this out here. And I didn't want to like layer it on that brown because I didn't want it to like blend into that. I'd rather it be its like own thing. like a bold, like pop of deep color. Okay, so now I want to go in with some glitter glue. This one is from Bella Beauty Bar, and it's my third one. I love it. I already have a new one waiting for me because, like I said, I do love it. It's one of my top favorites. So I'm going to use my Cinch Beauty E01. I like to use the brush sometimes that I want to use for shimmers. It does make it like sticky, and I feel like it really helps smooth out the shimmers. So now we're gonna do Fertility. That shade is stunning. Honestly, every shimmer in this palette is stunning. Do you see that? Let's spray it because I don't want it to get fallout. We're gonna put this like in the center. Oof. That is so pretty. I'm in love. Yes. Okay, where's the brush I used for that color? Yeah, it's the BH Cosmetics brush. I just added a little more, and I want to press this. I don't want to lose this color. I do want to take a little bit of the shade. You guys know I love a freaking deep shimmer. I think they're so pretty. But I'm going to spray this too. I want to put this like on the edge of the green. Kind of make it fade. That is so freaking pretty. I love it so much. So next I want to just clean off that E01, and we're going to go into this shade here called Renewal. I think that could be really pretty too. I'm going to just spray that again with some, ooh, that is pretty. Let's add some of that down here. That's pretty, but I don't know. I feel like that changes this look too much. So I'm gonna go back like over this with Tranquil. Now, will this one work? This is the shade Earth to Mother. That might work, but honestly what I'm looking for is something that's gonna match that pop of green. I think I want to use the highlighter. So let's try that. Will it though? Yes, I think it will. Good. Now I cleaned off the brush, and I'll use it just to like kind of swirl this around. I want to take a little more of that deep color Demeter, the one that I added out here. Just kind of tap a little more over this whole situation. I think that is really pretty. I mean, where I have the dark coming over so far, it does kind of close the eye off though. But tapping that over top of that color is really pretty. But when I come back, I will try on the other gloss. But I'll be right back to show you guys the finished look. I am back with the finished look, and I went ahead and did the other gloss. This is the shade Funhouse, and she is pretty. Again, it is also cooling and like minty. It's really pretty though. I changed out the lip liner for my Melt lip liner in the shade Bear, and I think it goes so pretty with the look. I think the whole thing is a vibe, and I'm glad that I did like the look that I wanted to do when I first saw the palette. So for liner, I did the ColourPop liner in the shade Icebreaker, and my Lush Lash mascara from Bella Beauty Bar. I love this. Every time like I put it down and don't use it for a little bit and then I pull it back out, I fall in love with it all over again. I do have lashes on though. These are in the style Adorn, I think. I think these are Adorn because there was actually 2 pair in the box, but I'm almost positive these are them though. But I think they're beautiful. My eye keeps watering, so it keeps popping off over here, but I love them and I love this look so much. So far, this feels like the great quality that I think they always have. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow, but I will think of something. Hopefully it'll be interesting. I don't know. We'll have to see, but I think this color story is really breathtaking and I'm super excited to get into it again. Also, the artwork is stunning, but with all of that being said, we're gonna move on to look number 2. I am back and I'm ready to do look number 2. So I did not use the highlight today because I wanted to do something red. So for blush, I did one of the new blushes from Rare Beauty. This is the Bouncy blush, in the matte Bouncy blush. This is in the shade Grateful and it's so, so pretty. I love it. I love this formula so much. I'm excited to finally be using some of the others that I picked up from the Sephora sale, or in the Sephora sale, or during the Sephora sale. Spit it out, Heather. But I topped that with the Just a Taste highlight from Unearthly Cosmetics. I love this so much. It's so pretty, and it's the one red highlight I have in my collection, and I'm so happy to have it. For lips, I also did Unearthly Cosmetics. A lot of Unearthly Cosmetics. I used the khaki liner and the one in Cafe. I did khaki all around the lips, and then under the over the Cupid's bow and under my bottom lip, I deepened it up a little bit with Cafe. It kind of creates the illusion that I have juicier lips than what I actually have. And I topped that with the shade Morning from Unearthly Cosmetics. The words are gone off the bottom of it because this is one of my favorite liquid lipsticks, and honestly I haven't done this combo in a really long time, but Amanda was watching one of my videos downstairs and I was like, you know what, I really miss that combo, so I wanted to redo it. But I just topped that with a little bit of gloss. This one is from Patrick Ta. It's in the shade She's Expensive. One of my favorite glosses in my whole collection. I really am so excited to be doing this look today. So I'm going to go ahead and start out with the E06 from Singe, and we're going to go into the shade here, Growth. I want to put a little bit of that in the inner corner. I watched Betty Jean's video where it was like 3 or 4 palettes, like and like however many looks, and one of the looks she did, with Gourmand Girls' new palette, the Call of the Sirens, was so freaking good. It was so good. It's the best look I've seen with it yet, and keep in mind I've already filmed my 2. They were like, it was so beautiful, but seeing her, the way she did something, like she added like a pop on the lid with a shimmer, and it was so beautiful, and it really tied everything in to her lower lash line so well. I was like, you know what, I want to do something like that but with different colors, and that's what we're doing today. So I am just using that shade Growth, and I just want to pack this in here. I'm going to switch over to an E04, that way I can like really pack it in down here as well. And I'm going to go ahead and sweep this all along the lower lash line. Now this is probably going to be like a transition kind of situation because it is really like, I mean, it kind of matches my very fair skin tone. Okay, so I want to take some of the shade Femininity, and I just did that on the E04. I'm gonna like tap some of this in here because I needed that shade to show up a little more than what it actually did. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this one. I think that will work out just fine. Now I'm just using the E07 from Singe, and I'm using that same shade just so I can try to deepen it up a little closer to the lower lash line, and that worked out really perfect. Then I'll use the brush to help blend the edges of that, and that looks good. Fingers crossed it doesn't look like I have pink eye though. Okay, so now I'm going to use another E06, and we're going to go into the shade here, Rebirth. And this is a part that I'm excited for. Hopefully it will all like start coming together, but I'm just running this all along the crease. Just patting down that color. I'm so excited for this look. I think it's going to be my favorite as long as it turns out the way I have it like envisioned in my brain. I think it could be really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to the E27 from Sigma, and I'm just going in with that same shade, and I really want to try to layer this more in the crease. That way it will help it deepen up just a tad, and that is working. Their matte shades like layer really well and deepen up really well. It's one of the reasons I do love them so much. And I'm just going to go back and forth in between that brush and this one, the E08. It's a little fluffier than the E06, and I do want to take this shade up a bit higher. I'm going to go back in with the other E06. We're going to mix that deeper red with that lighter one, because I want to take this kind of up and over, try to help those two flow a little better together. Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, so I think I'm going to leave the green like that for a moment, and I've been trying to decide what color I wanted to use next to help deepen up. I was considering this one, but it won't like mesh with the red, and I kind of need something to bring these two colors together. So what I decided on is this shade here, Goddess. I'm just gonna continue to use the E27 from Sigma and just press this here in the outer corner. And then I'll use the E04 to help me. No, I'll use the E07 to do the same thing down here. And it kind of helps me bring this up to help these two meet. And then I'll use the E04. It's got a little bit of that red on it, and I'll use that to blend out, and then I can kind of go back and forth in between these two brushes until I get it like as intense and blended as I want. Okay, so I went ahead and cut the crease while I was getting the mattes blended the way I liked off camera. So I want to go back in with the red, Femininity, and I want to tap this here on this outer half. It could be fun. At least that's the hope. It's so pretty. And I want to kind of do it at an angle, and I'm bringing it over a little further than what I might typically do, so that I can layer it with the shimmer and the two will like kind of mesh. Then I'll use, let me see, I'll just use the E10 brush from Singe to go into a little bit more of that dark brown shade, Goddess, and just use this to help blend the two. I think that brush might be too stiff. So let's do this one. This is the E02. And that is perfect. So next we're gonna do some glitter glue. This is the Shimmer Stay from Bella Beauty Bar. And I'm gonna use this brush, the E08 from Singe, to apply this to the lid. I love that. So I might only do like one shimmer on the lid. This look is kind of giving Christmas, is it not? That was an accident, but it's still beautiful. So I think I want to do this shade. This is the shade Lush. I was considering this shade too. It's really pretty. It's called Enchant, and that one is gorgeous as well. But because it's got more green with like that red shift, I think I want to do Lush. So that's what we're gonna start with, and we'll just see how it goes from there. I need to use the brush though. I don't want to make a mess. This is like a putty formula. I don't think I've felt this from them before. Like this kind of formula. That's really cool. I might still use some of that other shade, like right there though. That shade is so pretty. Oh, that's so pretty. And I think this is gonna come together like the way I was hoping it would. So now I'm gonna do Enchant. And I'm just gonna add some of this here. I do it with my pinky though. I just love the way a shimmer looks when you apply it with your finger. Let me take it over just a little further. I wanted to dip into some of those other products too, but then I thought of this look and I was like, you know what, I think I just want to use the palette today. So I'll have to try those like off camera and let you know what I think of them, but so far I'm really enjoying this palette. I think I want to take a little bit of that green on another E27. I'll just clean this one off. And I think I want to add it like right here. I just think it could be like, make it look like it goes more, like make the look flow a little better. And of course it did turn it a little muddy because I did have red there, but that's fine. I like poopy green colors, so we're good. I think this might be it. Let me see. Maybe we need something down here. I think though I do want to use the highlighter for inner corner highlight and let that like be its own thing. So pencil brush. I'm gonna use my E30 pencil brush from Sigma and just go into a little bit of this highlight and add this to the inner corner, and I'll add a little like down here to the lower lash line as well. She is fiery. I might recreate this look for Christmas. I'm not even kidding. I'm gonna go complete all of this off camera and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. Honestly, I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's all done. I think I'm gonna do black eyeliner to kind of help ground out this red so it doesn't look like I have pink eye, but you'll have to see what I decide. You guys, oh my god, I love this so much, so very, very much. Oh, I think it's so beautiful. So I did change out the lip. I made a little lip concoction. So I started out with the Bad Blood lip liner from Unearthly Cosmetics. I was making sure I was correct, but that is the shade name. And I did a little mixing situation. So I used the one that I had on earlier. This is the shade Morning from Unearthly. And I mixed it with the shade Harvest from Black Moon Cosmetics because I didn't really have I wanted a muted red. Something to pull in the red from the eyes. And honestly, these two were such a perfect combo. And it's nice to remember you can mix stuff and create your own shade if you don't have it. But I love this so much with my whole heart. I think it's so beautiful. I did decide to go in with a little of the Green Goddess highlighter as well and mix it in with the red, and I think it's really pretty. I love the look of that. And for liner, I used the shade Zero from Urban Decay. This is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. It's like a sample that I got from Sephora, but yeah, I like the smokiness that it added to the look. I did tight lining, lined the waterline, and smudged some on the top lash line as well. And I think it turned out really pretty. I can't wait to hear what you guys think of this one, but truly I am so in love, and I wanted to show you a close-up of the look before I zoomed you guys out to give you my thoughts on the collection or the pieces that I've used. Well, if it isn't obvious, I have had such a blast with this collection. It has been so fun. So I didn't use the loose pigment thingy that I bought, Green Wizard, or the liquid chrome, which I do want to use this really bad, but I had my heart set on this look today, so I decided not to. And as for everything else, the glosses, they're really fun. This one I feel like is more wearable, and I really hate that term, but it's like more of an everyday kind of situation, and that's the shade Funhouse. And then you have Green Goddess. This one is really fun. Honestly, it might even go with this look, but I love the lip and I don't want to mess it up, so I'm not adding it. I do like this formula. Like I mentioned in the last look, it is a little bit cooling, but not extremely. I don't like those burning types of products personally, but this one is a little bit cooling and it feels like kind of refreshing. I like the formula as well. It's like really thin and just it feels nice on the lips. And you guys already know I love their highlighters. I think they're beautiful, but I will tell you, if you don't like a highlighter that is almost kind of a flaky formula, but not, here I'll show you like the texture of it up close. So you can kind of see. It's like smoother than the Blend Bunny highlighters, way smoother than their Oracle Chrome highlighter palette, but you can still see like the particles in it. So I know that's a deal breaker for some people, so I did want to let you guys know that. But I like the highlighter. I think it's beautiful and glitzy and glittery and just so yummy. It makes me so excited. And as for the palette, man, this was such a blast. There are shades I didn't use, such as I didn't use this matte, and there are a few shimmers I didn't use as well. I know I didn't use Balance or Earth Mother, and Earth Mother is so pretty. And I didn't use very much of this one either. That's the shade Renewal, and she is gorgeous. But Earth Mother is a favorite. And then we have Balance. They're pretty. They're so pretty. I considered using Balance today, but I didn't want it has more of a pinky tone to it. It would probably pull more red on a red, but I didn't want to take the chance with this look. Like I said, I had a vision, and it's better than I even expected. But I am so familiar with the Bella Beauty Bar formula. They are like one of my top 3 brands of all time. Maybe even my top favorite brand. I don't know. It's so hard to decide, but they are definitely up there. I do have rankings on them as well. If you guys are interested in checking them out, you will find them linked down below. I do have a rankings playlist though, if you guys like stuff like that. And brands that I review a lot of products from, I do have playlists for those as well. But all in all, my first impression of this is I'm truly smitten. It's so beautiful, like the artwork, her face is just truly so beautiful. Everything. I think they really delivered with this one. I really love the color story too. It's something different than what we're really seeing right now. It's very muted, garden vibes, and I love it. I think they nailed the whole theme and everything. And as I said, I am really familiar with their formula, so for me, I give it a double thumbs up. I think it's freaking fantastic. But you're gonna have to let me know if you guys picked this one up. If so, what do you think of it? I would love to hear your thoughts. You gotta let me know which look was your favorite. I really, really love this one. I loved the last one too, but this one is delicious. But I cannot wait to hear your thoughts. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. And until next time, bye.